What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on the video. So I just made some waffles here with the Kodiak Power Cakes, the chocolate. Threw in some TC Nutrition hot chocolate and threw some bananas on there. I normally go with the Walden Farms calorie free, but I'm out, so this is what Mark's had, the Kerry's sugar free. So I'm gonna just put some of this on here. And this is actually going to be my dinner for tonight. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about some common questions or misconceptions about cutting and losing weight and dieting. So I'm going to eat this up and I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, I'm going to answer this question that I get asked all the time in the topic of the video first. Short answer to, can you build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Short answer is yes. I'm going to get onto that, but first I want to address a few misconceptions about dieting, especially for beginners. People who want to diet, who want to get into dieting, don't necessarily understand nutrition and fitness. So this is for more so a video for beginners. So a lot of people who get into a diet but they don't quite understand these things. Oftentimes I'll see these mistakes. I'll see people, they'll starve themselves, they'll eat in such a low caloric deficit, and they won't, and then they'll overtrain, specifically cardio. They'll just get on the treadmill so much, and this is not going to be healthy for your body. It's not going to be the ideal way to lose weight. You don't want to starve yourself like that. It's not healthy, and there's a better way to do it. And by doing that, you're not going to be, adding muscle. You're not going to be, you're just going to be losing weight, and you're just going to look smaller. So, yeah, if you're like really overweight and you want to lose weight, that's good, but don't just like starve yourself, because oftentimes you're not going to stick to that because it's just not sustainable. And second of all, you can incorporate weight training and put on some lean muscle mass, and you're going to look better too. You're going to feel better. So don't starve yourself. Don't overwork yourself on the treadmill or cardio. Those are misconceptions. That's a bad way to start out a diet. So moving on to, can you build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Yes, it's possible. It's going to be harder for other people, other people than others. So if you're a beginner in the gym, or if you're very overweight, it's going to be easier for you to do this. It's called body recomposition. So a body recomp, it's going to be easier for those people. If you're really overweight, and it's going to be, you obviously have more body fat to lose, and you're also going to have that body fat to fuel your muscles in the gym. The leaner and leaner and leaner you get, the harder it's going to be. And guys, I'm talking about people who are natural. So this is for natural lifters, not steroids. If you're taking steroids, it's going to make this easier, obviously. So, and that's going to be also easier for beginners. I'm sure you guys have heard it before, newbie gains. So if you get into the gym and you're new to the gym, it's easier for you to put on muscle faster than someone who's been working out for a long time. Your gains are going to be achieved slower. So you're putting on muscle. You're going to be able to put on muscle faster, and if you want to lose weight at the same time, that's possible. This is another reason why, if you're dieting, a lot of people just focus on the scale and how much their body weight is. Especially for beginners, if you're doing it the right way and weight training at the same time, you're going to be putting on some muscle, you're going to be gaining some lean muscle mass, and you could be losing body fat at the same time but not actually losing any weight on the scale. So that's why I think it's a bad idea to put so much attention onto your body weight. It's a good tool. Yes, I weigh myself, and I recommend that you do weigh yourself every day. But it's a tool. It's a tool to track progress, but it's not always going to mean that you're not making progress if that number is not going down. You could be could be just recomping your body. You could be putting on lean muscle mass and losing body fat at the same time. That's really the goal for a lot of people. That's why people ask me that question all the time. So what do you got to do if you want to lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time? First of all, you got to be in a caloric deficit. You have to be if you want to lose body fat. I've told you guys your maintenance level is, calories. Your calories you're taking in through foods is going to be equal to the amount of calories you're putting out each day. So that's your caloric maintenance is going to be what you're eating to stay the same weight no matter what. To be in a caloric deficit, you're going to be wanting to be putting out more calories than you're consuming. So you want to be in a slight caloric deficit. You don't want to starve yourself, like I said. That's not a good idea. Don't do that. You want to be in a small caloric deficit. So once you find your maintenance, I've done videos on this before. You can go back and look how to find that. But once you find your maintenance, put yourself in a caloric deficit of anywhere from like 200 to 500 calories. So once you find that deficit, you have your calories, and then you want to look at your protein. You want to have a high protein diet. So the research and studies change all the time. There's so many different numbers out there. I recommend at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, that's 200 grams of protein. You want to have a high protein diet, especially if you're in a deficit and trying to build muscle. So have a high protein diet, and then fill in the rest with carbs and fat. I like higher carbs, lower fat, but you can do what you want. Look at calories, make sure you're in a slight deficit, make sure you're getting your protein, fill in the rest with carbs and fat. Then you want to be weight training. So like I said, a lot of people just get on the treadmill and that's all they do. You want to be weight training in the gym. So find a training program that works for you, and you want to focus on progressive overload. So basically progressive overload is just improving over time. So if last week you did 4 sets of bench press at 185 pounds for 8 reps each, the next week you want to either go up weight, so 190 pounds even, or you want to do more reps. You want to maybe try to squeeze out 9 reps each. If you can't, if you have to do 185 and you're getting 8 reps again, do another set. And that's still progressively getting better. So you want to focus on slight improvements in the gym. So small caloric deficit, high protein diet, and progressive overload in the gym. And that is what you need to do to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Like I said, it's going to be easier for someone who's a beginner to put on muscle faster, and it's going to be easier for someone who's very overweight because they've got way more body fat to lose. The leaner and leaner you get, the harder it's going to get. But a lot of people, they'll just look at the calories and they'll starve themselves, and they'll just lose muscle too. So they'll lose weight, but they'll lose a lot of muscle. They're just going to look smaller, and they're not going to have a good time doing it. So it really doesn't have to be like that. It's way healthier to eat in a small deficit, weight train. Don't overdo it on the cardio. Now, the cardio is another great tool. If you find yourself at a plateau, add in a little bit more cardio to get that deficit a little bit deeper. Or you can lower your calories a little bit, not your protein. Lower your carbs, I recommend, to get into a slightly bigger deficit. But don't have to kill yourself on the treadmill. Don't have to starve yourself. Take it week by week, and it can be slow. That's why I recommend a slow cut. I don't like these crash diets, trying to do it all really quickly. But yeah, so that's basically answering the question there. This is really I wanted to make this a very basic video for beginners to understand that a diet doesn't mean starving yourself and overworking yourself. You can put on muscle, you can lose weight, and you can do it slow over time, and your body's going to look way better. You're going to feel better, and don't get discouraged if the weight on the scale is not going down. Like I said, if you're a beginner, you might be putting on some muscle mass. Like for instance, I've been 165 pounds at like 12% body fat. I've been 165 pounds at like 10% body fat, at like 20% body fat, and it looks entirely different. So don't get discouraged with the scales not going down. Just stick with your training program, stay in that small deficit, make small improvements in the gym, and you're gonna see some good results. So if you need any help, I do that. I do training programs. I help with nutrition. So feel free to reach out to me. I can help set something up for you to reach your goals. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. Just wanted to address that question. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though ambition, flow inside my DNA.